So I am just documenting this account from the beginning of the account because as I've continued to trade, I'm accumulating more data. And the thing with more data is it's becoming increasingly difficult to scroll to the beginning of the account. So that's why it's important for me to document it while I can. So we can see we start the account on the 19th of February with 600,000 balance. And I'm just going to scroll up through the trades that were taken from the 19th of January. All the trades taken live on the live stream. I thought with trading the 5-minute chart that I'd accumulate a lot less data, but I think the time has come, especially it's been about a month, to document all of the trades in a video recording. And that is certainly for reference purposes. Of course, if I lose this account, it'll be all for nothing, I guess. But trading is going pretty good so far. And so I want to document all the trades, because if I can get my goal of growing the account from 600,000 to 60 million, I certainly would like to document all of the data regarding it. So this may get pretty boring just scrolling, but it's just to document for reference purposes. I'm going to, of course, download the data as well. You can see here we're already up to the 5th of March. Current date is, of course, the 20th of March 2026. One thing I've learned through the process is to trust my trading systems. I'm still having difficulties doing that. Also, not trading when I am not scheduled to trade. This is especially important around my job. When my job doesn't allow me to be here to trade, I should just accept it as a no trade day. But there are times where I do get tempted. And when that does happen, I do make poor decisions, like we saw earlier this week. I came in after FOMC, tried to trade, ended up losing close to $500,000. This was on Wednesday. It's currently Friday. On Thursday, came in, strategy was working a peach. I was up $500,000, didn't walk away, continued to trade, had a full swing to being down nearly 500. So I had about 900k swing in terms of P&L. That's pretty poor. I think this week I've been trying to press ahead and try to get to the 4 million mark. And I think that's what pretty much got me into trouble regarding the FOMC trading and the trading on Thursday. Came in today. Certainly could have picked up 1.7 million, but I decided to walk away. All the mistakes I made earlier in the week and the mistakes I made today as well. Not allowing the trade to work out, not trusting the system, was enough for me to say I should walk away. Walk away with the P&L on the table. Already came in trading very heavy, so these were the two losses I took, which I shouldn't have taken. Didn't allow the trades to work out, thought I knew better. Ended up getting in at worse prices. And the adjusted plan did work itself out, but the sheer frustration of what I did getting out of positions early meant I decided to walk away. So those were those trades I took here. They were done to offset these trades from the poor entries. And the goal was, so we've documented all of that. The goal was to, let's have a look here. It was mainly on silver and our friends over at gold. So on gold, we took the profits there. The goal was to get to that re-entry back at 78.4 because that's where we shorted. That's where the average price was. See, we got 78.3 and 78.5, so the average is 78.4. So the goal was to get back in and target the original position, which was down at that 47.5. The original short, of course, was here, all the way up here, with the target down at 47.5. Prices turned around, thought prices would come and take out the highs, exited the position there at the top, and ultimately the market came back down, so ended up chasing it at lower prices. So exited at the top there, entered all the way back down here, had the idea of taking profits, re-entering where I entered for the short after taking profits to go all the way down to target, in that way offset the mistake through here. But I just at that point was mentally drained, so what I decided to do was just walk away. Of course, we can see here in hindsight, price did get back up to that entry at 5.784 and eventually went to the downside. Likewise, over on, this was a pretty good trade over here on NQ. Had price come down to this consolidation, failed at a level identified, so took profits there. As we failed again back inside this consolidation, went short, also took profit. We're seeing continuation to the downside. And this was the identical trade, but on silver. I'm going to show again. Went short. Here, I actually took profits a bit early, I believe. Yes, I did. Went short again. Prices were going against me, similar to NQ. What I did was took the trade off. So as we can see, exited pretty much at the highs of the pullback. Price came down, chased it down, went short, took profits, came back to the re-entry. So we can see here went short at 69.765 and 69.710. Average was 69.740. Price went down, hit that target. That was all done to offset here. This was a re-entry. Prices were coming up. Cancelled all the orders. Thought I was pushing my luck, because especially as I didn't follow the plan through here. Took these trades, poorer entries, chasing the market a little bit. Thought I was following the plan, so walked away. And we can see here price came up to that entry at 69.740, where the average price was, and eventually got down to that target down at 69.070. So despite all that, made 939k. Certainly, if I'd have allowed the trades to work themselves out, especially the re-entries, the original trades or even the re-entries, could have picked up 1.7 million. But seems that I keep leaving a lot of profits on the table on a Friday. So overall, I think it's been actually a flat week. I think I only made about 100k when all things considered. I believe, let's see. Yeah, I believe I started the week at, made about 180k. 180k on the week. So, despite having a P&L within my reach, I didn't quite do what I needed to press ahead. So, we'll see what next week brings. And certainly we'll be downloading the data going forward, just so I have it all documented, especially if I do get to that goal of 60